Hello, everyone. This is Kelly Beard of KarmicTools.com, and this is your weekly forecast for February 27th through March 5th of 2022. So before we get rolling, I have to share the most fun I've had in a while on an IG Live with Nourished Nomad Co. That is Kate and Kat and we had a magical, enlightening session at exactly 2 p.m. on 2/22. We discussed the magic and power of that numerical alignment, and these ladies had the best follow-up guidance and support in the form of cards, crystals, and flower essences that can totally help our current process. We are undergoing a deep and permanent transformation and can use all the help we can get. Plus, it was just fun. So enjoy the replay here. I believe it was about an hour. And then our first activation falls on Wednesday. March 2nd is a very big day. We've got 2 activations and a new moon. That's a lot in one day. First, we have Sun sextiling Uranus. This activation will help you access a deeper sense of authenticity, as everyday routine events may be more enlightening than usual this week. Anytime Uranus is involved, aha moments are available. That sudden inspiration or that surprising clarity that changes everything is bubbling near the surface. You need but invite it in to your conscious awareness to be useful. Eventually, you will have to ground these breakthroughs in some literal way or physical form, but this energy supports the exploration of possibilities. Where can you use a dose of freedom and liberation? How can you lighten up? This energy also promotes authentic living. You won't be able to be phony nor tolerate it in others this week. Just remember that truth sometimes rattles those who would rather play nice, quote unquote. Basically, those who would rather keep up appearances and status quo than face the facts. So watch out for rebelliousness, if not in you, then in others. This is not a disruptive energy except to those who resist change. So don't fight it, embrace it. Change is good. It means you are growing. Deep breath. Same day, that's Sun to Uranus, so we're already getting a huge awakening, illumination kind of energy. And then here comes Mercury to conjunct Saturn in Aquarius. Now, Saturn's only got about a year left of messing around in Aquarius. So these are big initiations that we're starting in Aquarius that Saturn won't be back for 30 years. So in that regard, this is kind of juicy. By the same token, we know that we had Mercury retrograde in Aquarius and go direct in Capricorn, and now it's made its way back to Aquarius, and it's hitting Saturn on the way out the door. That is powerful because this means that we can anchor one of our new ideas. We can start to really ground it and bring it into form. This energy is excellent for any important project that requires your undivided attention. If you've got a vision and have already outlined how to manifest it, now is the time to really fill in the blanks. Flesh it out. Bring it to life. Do the work. If you do not channel this energy toward patiently and methodically taking the necessary steps to get to the next level, then it can manifest as frustration and feel as if you are not doing what you know in your heart you are supposed to be doing at this time. It leads to negative thinking and self-sabotage in its shadow form. A better expression would be to not think of the things that can go wrong, but entertain the possibility that every door opens and all paths lead to your goal, no matter how they appear at the moment. And I have a perfect example for this. The other day, my husband was running late for work, and he was fussing about it, like, oh, I'm late, I don't like to do this, it's gonna be hard, and he was just really upset. And I was like, why are you claiming that? I was like, cancel. Ease and grace, open pathways. Why don't you picture getting every green light and see how that go? And do you know he got every green light, texted me from work and was like, thank you for the good juju, baby. So, with Saturn, you get what you focus on, okay? And Mercury, of course, is our monkey mind. So if we reel that in and really focus on the good creative ideas and the imagination that's helping us come up with creative solutions, we can do a lot better with Saturn in the mix, and we can anchor some things for the long term, which is a very big deal. So use that initiation for what it's good for. 3-2, that's a 5-day. That's a beautiful thing. 5 is magic and change. Same day, we have our Pisces new moon. This is an annual crossroads we come to every year around this time. It is the completion of 12 new moons since the last Pisces new moon, which was March 13th of 2021, 1 year ago. How's it going a year later? No one is exempt. We all have a house in our charts ruled by Pisces. It is here that you should seed your intentions and precious vision for the next year at a minimum, with consideration of where you'd like to be at the 6-month midpoint, which would be the Pisces full moon. That'll happen this fall, September 10th of 2022, when these very seeds will show their true promise. Consider that this crossroads is simultaneously an ending and the womb holding what will be birthed next. Virgo Pisces realms teach us about being a spirit in human form. How's that going for you at this time? It reminds us of the physical and emotional processing and integration that is necessary on a regular basis. Can you see any patterns in your health or consciousness, your physicality or spirituality, and how all these dynamics are part of who and what you are? This is our processing time prior to the choices and decisions that will have to be made at spring equinox. This month you get to dream the new vision that you'd like to experience in the next 6 to 12 months. We are also blessed with the additional rare energies of Jupiter and Neptune coming together in Pisces, officially April 12th. So it's coming up, but they're moving toward each other, which means the energy is getting stronger and stronger. And this is when we can feel it the most on the lead up to the activation date. They're helping us go even deeper to discover a new expanded dream. So think 12-year cycle with Jupiter. We can't even think about Neptune's 165 years, but we can use it to claim the vision for the social collective, which is, does play with that bigger cycle. But for us, we're looking at a truth, story, and belief system that has run its course 12 years, Aries to Pisces, and is preparing to renew itself. And it will be in Aries by the end of this year. So let's dream a bigger dream. Let's get our imaginations involved. We are not going to find the solutions in the old or linear way. We need to activate our imaginations and connect with the soul to find our way through the chaos of a collective rebirth. Sometimes you have to put the monkey mind in a timeout and let your imagination lead the way. Give yourself ample time and space to do this over the next month because you are clarifying what you would like to initiate come the Aries new moon, April 1st, a month from now. Deep breath. So that's our Pisces new moon, kicking off the new vision for the new year. Also doing all the processing and integration of the last year so that we can know what's useful and relevant going forward, what's going to feed our root of what we cultivate this year. So to that end, I'd love to share some additional energetic support from both me and Cinnamon Rose. Cinnamon does these amazing full and new moon energy sessions that are moving molecules like you would not believe, especially supported by the additional energies and alignments going on up in the sky. We are doing some deep and permanent clearings as well as preparing ourselves better for upcoming initiations that often completely alter our course. We also took some time to have and record a conversation about the value of the Venus reading and custom guide. We covered a lot of ground in 32 minutes, so check it out. And remember that it is also a great gift for someone who loves self-reflection, journaling, and tracking their personal progress as we navigate these intense and transformative times. It becomes even more important to stay anchored in your own true values and priorities and not be swayed by your family, friends, community, or culture. Plus, when Cinnamon and I get together, it is always raw and hilarious too, so enjoy our video. We are doing another one. If you catch this in time, we're going to get together on IG Live Saturday, February 26th at 12 noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern on Cinnamon's channel, which is Cinnamon Rose Priestess on IG, Instagram Live. We're going to pop on and talk about these full and new moon energy sessions that she does. It's so powerful. So we're going to have another fun conversation that you can join us live this time. We pre-recorded ours about the Venus book, but we're going to have fun this weekend. So if you catch this Friday night or Saturday morning in time to catch us, 12 noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. Then the next day, March 3rd, which is Thursday, Mars conjunct Pluto. Very powerful. Same day, Venus conjunct Pluto. So there's a little note here about Venus and Mars traveling together. Basically, they're together from their first meeting, February 16th, to their final initiation for this particular news cycle in Aquarius, March 6th. We're talking on March 3rd here, 3 days before their new initiation. They get together with Pluto. See how powerful that is? This feeds into our initiation. This also lets us know it is a permanent shift and upgrade. It is unbelievably potent to have them conjunct Pluto, as it will be the last time it is possible in Capricorn. So this is special, okay? Venus will not be back to Capricorn for 8 years. Pluto will be gone. And Mars won't be back for 2 years, and Pluto will be gone into Aquarius by then. So we're going to talk a little bit about that and all the direct connects in a minute. We are literally completing a mission of restructuring from 0 point our masculine and feminine roles and responsibilities. This is huge. And so anything you can do to honor the reset of masculine and feminine within you will go a long way in supporting your evolution going forward. We are totally rebirthing how we can contain, nurture, and protect life, which is feminine, as well as how we negotiate on our own behalf, get our ideas in the world, and hold good boundaries, which is the masculine. It's in both men and women. We all have to master and integrate these dualities within us. This rare Pluto purification will support those actively healing, educating, and doing their own soul work. Okay? So deep breath. First, Mars links up, so we change who we are and what we want. We shift our desire nature and our choices first, and then Venus. That's when we create the containers that are going to nurture it to full potential, whether it's within you or your creative babies. So Mars conjunct Pluto is an extremely powerful combination of energy. If it is properly channeled, magical results are possible. If your ego is engaged, tragic results are possible. This is lower will versus higher will together, increasing each other's strength and potency. So if you know who you are and what you want, then this energy can catapult you to the next level, giving you endless energy, power, and drive to accomplish your goals. I'm feeling this too, y'all. I've gotten a lot of clarity in the last year, gotta tell you. Restriction of any kind will make you angry and frustrated, so anticipate as much as you can and get creative. You may have to work within certain limitations, but don't let your ego or wanting your own way to block the blessing of this transit. Anytime Pluto is involved, complete transformation is at work, so go with it. Be clear about your desires, commit to release any and all blockages, and own your own power in a positive way. No victim consciousness, lest you attract a victim circumstance, okay? Deep breath. So I listed the dates here just in case anyone's really clocking and tracking and paying attention. But Mars gets to hook up with Pluto 8 times during the 16 years that Pluto's been traveling through Capricorn. So this has been a long-term process where we get intense every 2 years, purging all the toxic masculine. All the patriarchy basically is what we're talking about, because in Capricorn it has to do with power and government structures, institutions, education, healthcare, all that. So Mars is our individual choices getting purified, right? So after this process, March 3rd is our final hit at 27 degrees, which has been a really powerful degree by all accounts, okay? This is very personal for America. This is very personal for anyone with the late degrees of Cancer, Capricorn, or Aries, Libra in their chart already activated, because that means it is personal for you. Mars is about the individual. Pluto is about the collective. So in the bigger way, we know the collective shifts are happening. But in the smaller individual way, we've been just getting slowly purified every 2 years of the toxic notions we have about masculinity, period, and the masculine energy and what it's good for and how it works, and the balance that it requires to have the feminine energy to make them both effective. Neither one can function alone. So we have to integrate both in our systems, no matter what gender you're thinking of. So it's important that we honor this final one is this week. That's huge, y'all. I would like to say that Mars has a 2-year cycle. So every 2 years since 2008, when Pluto entered Capricorn, we have all been going through this repeated cleansing and renewing of the sacred masculine within. With a total of 8 initiations in Capricorn, you can look forward to the first one in Aquarius on Valentine's Day 2024, when hopefully we will renew our love for humanity and being the communal creatures that we are. It is toxic patriarchal conditioning that tells you to go it alone. So we've been learning to be responsible for ourselves, our own thoughts, feelings, and actions. And now we're going to see more glaringly than ever how we truly affect each other, even when we are far apart, because we are one species, sharing one water, one air, one earth. All life is connected. And if we are the intelligent species we think we are, then it's time for the modern steward of the earth to be born. What will you contribute? Okay, this is our personal choices making a huge difference in Earth's unfoldment, let's just say. So that's our masculine reset. Then we move to Venus conjuncting Pluto for the third and final time. Because of her retrograde, she's been in an even deeper process with Pluto. They had to go to the table 3 times over and discuss some things like how are we going to honor the feminine Earth that she is? How are we going to do this better, do this right? Venus and Pluto got together December 11th, December 25th, and this March 3rd will be the final hit. Very powerful because it's also the last activation before Venus moves on too. So this is an initiation and an energy that supports a brand new beginning in your personal life. Some aspect of your values and priorities has shifted or run its natural course, and this is a time to move in a completely new direction. Even if it only feels like moving to your own next level with love, finances, or relationships. Pluto adds intensity to the mix for better or worse, but also grants rare access to profound levels of connection within and with those that you are in alignment with on a soul level. This is the ultimate support for the power of love to transform all. Because your values and priorities are changing, relationships must also undergo a similar adjustment. When you change, everyone around you has to change or go away. Beware of value differences that can cause power struggles which are not productive. That's often just the ego distracting you from an opportunity to finally release some dead weight and move into the new with more ease and grace. Try to create circumstances that are win-win and mutually beneficial. This will allow the relationship to evolve rather than devolve or revolve back into the new cycle, and thus repeating a negative pattern. Pluto's not going to allow it, especially after 3 times over with Venus. We are done with certain people and circumstances, and it doesn't have to be good, bad, right, or wrong. It's just done, right? It is all good. We are opening space to have new exchanges that are deeper and more reciprocal and more balanced. So let's just be okay with whoever's leaving. Everyone in our lives is for a season and a reason. And I always say when we have these big break the realigns or Pluto moments where everything changes, thanks to Uranus too, whoever goes away, if they're meant to be, they come back, but at a higher level and everybody can grow. Otherwise, we stagnate in these relationships and nobody grows and nobody wants to do it that way. So our last activation is on the 5th. Which is Saturday. And this is such a perfect one to close the week. We opened with consciousness and we are closing with consciousness here. The sun sextiled Uranus to open the week, and now it's going to conjunct Jupiter. So we had this opportunity to liberate ourselves. We went through the masculine-feminine transformation, and now we really can seed a new dream, a new vision, a new truth and story, a new narrative to live into of your own making, of your own choosing, with the characters and the people and the circumstances that are most enlivening and uplifting and best for your soul growth. That's who you're weaving into your own story. And as we initiate a completely new story that's really being developed. And during this Pisces month, it's development, right? Aries, we kick it off. So once a year, these two link up and expand your life and consciousness. It's time to infuse your personal story with a new level of individual truth. So the last time they linked up was January 28th in 2021 in Aquarius. And now here we are again, March 5th of 2022 in Pisces. The next time we get to initiate so big will be 4/11/2023. That's kind of a magical day in Aries. So that's very powerful 1 year from now. You have learned and experienced a lot in 1 year, and now you are supported to integrate and apply all that you have discovered. This energy expands your sense of self and inspires you to new heights within. It indicates that it is time to go to the next level and gives you the optimism and faith that you need to try new things and/or learn something new. The highest expression of this energy is a fiery passion to be the best. The lowest expression is arrogance and self-righteousness. This is a powerful pair of energies joining forces, so watch for opportunities to grow and expand your consciousness, as well as circumstances through your own efforts and expertise. All right, so that is our most powerful week. It is the reason I chose the quote I did, which is to create a system or be enslaved by another's, okay? Right now, we're at a rebirthing point as individuals. And what we choose to do is going to shape the social collective direction we end up going. So as much as we know the world's a little crazy right now, we have to pull into the aspects of life that you do have influence over. That is your own choices, your environment, your inner being and your soul. All of that is up to you to manage and maintain. And it doesn't really have anything to do with what the rest of the world is doing. So this is one of those weeks where we get raw with it. We get really deep to the soul level, to the bone, right? We are going all the way to the root to release and reclaim. So just know this new moon is a powerful new beginning. It's also huge closure for the last year. So allow yourself that process too, to mourn and release and let go of things that finished, completed. Maybe some people died. Maybe some projects came to conclusions. I know when my husband was acting and they wrapped a play, there was a little bit of a mourning period because everyone becomes family and you get so connected and you get used to these rhythms. But that's not life on Earth. Life on Earth is always changing. So we have to be able to stick and move with those rhythms as well. So lots of goodies to support you this week. Cinnamon and I are getting together Saturday, the 26th at noon Pacific time on IG Live. You can listen to my conversation with the Nourished Nomad crew, Kate and Kat. What else was in here? Oh yeah, the conversation about the Venus reading and custom guide. All right, everyone, enjoy those goodies. Reach out if you feel called. Know that I tried to get that conversation up sooner than I did. And the idea was to invite you to last Thursday's call. But I can ensure that you get the recording, which was a fantastic review of the last 3 activations anyway. So it'll totally help you see what January, February was really all about. So if you'd like to request that, feel free to email me directly too. All right, everyone. This is Kelly Beard of Karmic Tools signing off. Have a fantastic week.